Assalamualaikum and good day to Dr. Fakizan. My name is Azhar Hisab Zaidi, ID 25007, and I'll be presenting on my answers for Advanced Power System Extended Assignment. So for question 1, we were asked to sketch a single line diagram for the system design. So here we have the PV bus, which is generator bus, and then PQ bus, which is load bus, and then slack bus. So the function of all these interconnected buses is to ensure a better power flow distribution. And then here we use a shunt capacitor to improve power factor. And then from all this value of impedances, we can see that the impedance is small because it ensures a lesser loss, which is more efficient in power distribution. And then these are the line impedances between all the buses. And then here are the bus data, which contain the slack bus, PV bus, PQ bus for all the buses in the system. First, for question 2, I draw this line diagram with impedance to give an insight about the parameters listed. And then I assume the impedance, which is ZF in per unit, and then assume the S base and the V base for this system, which is 100 MVA and 11 kilovolt. And then assume all the impedance for positive, negative, and zero sequence. And then to calculate base impedance, we use the V base and S base assume. And then we will obtain the value in ohm, and then we calculate Z1, Z2, and Z0 using the impedance and the base impedance. First is to calculate the current sequence IA1, IA2, and IA0 using the given formulas. And then we plug in the values of EAN, which is equal to 1, and then the value of all the impedances into the formula to obtain these answers. And from all the answer IA1, IA2, and IA0, we sum all the answers to obtain IA, which is 0. And then we use this formula for IB and IC, and then we plug in all the values to obtain IB and IC. The magnitude of IB and IC will be the same, but then the phase angle will be different. And then we calculate the base current using this formula, which is the S base divided by square root of 3 multiplied by the V base, which we will obtain 5248.6 ampere. And then we calculate the current in faulted phase. For IA, it is equal to 0, and then for IB and IC, we multiply the magnitude of current by the base current to obtain the new IB and IC. Then we calculate VA1, VA2, and VA0 using this set of formulas, and then we will obtain the answer in per unit. After that, we will sum VA0, VA1, and VA2 to obtain VA. The answer will be in per unit also. And then to obtain VA in kilovolt, we multiply the answer by 11 kilo over square root of 3. And then we will obtain the answer 3.11 kilovolt, which is also the voltage of healthy phase. Then, using the same calculations and the same method, we do the calculation without impedance, which is the ZF. And then the impedances are the same. And then the calculation for current of 3 sequence is also the same. The only different thing is whatever formula that we have been using ZF, we will eliminate the ZF because we did not have any impedance. For question 3, first I drew this single line diagram to give an insight about the working parameters, and then I assume the CT for all relay, and then the plug setting for OC, the plug setting for EF, 3 phase current, and then 1 phase current, and also the V base and S base for the system. And then first drew this single line diagram for path 1, and then assume the TMS, which is for OC is 0.7 and EF is 0.5. And then to calculate the TMS, to calculate the T using this formula, we need to calculate the TMS, which is for OC is 0.7, and then we will obtain 2.15. The fault current is taken from the 3-phase current, and then for the setting current, it is obtained from the 750 amp or 150% out of 500 amp. For OC setting for relay C, to calculate T, we use the value obtained in relay B minus by 0.4, which is the grading margin, to obtain 1.75 seconds. And then using this formula, we will obtain TMS for relay C. And then for OC setting for relay D, the TMS is obtained as in relay C, and then we use it to calculate the T for relay D, which we will get 1.75 seconds, which is equivalent to the time in relay C. And then for the EF setting for relay B, for the T formula, we calculate, we take this current from the first phase current, and then for the setting current, we use the current from the plug setting, which is 150 amp or 30% from 500 ampere. And then we use the same formula before to calculate the TMS, and then to calculate the T for setting relay C and relay D. And then for path 2, the formula is also the same, but then we assume a new TMS, which is for OC is 0.6 and EF is 0.4, and then the formula is the same. Calculate the T and then the TMS for all the OC setting and EF setting.